Hey guys, Rachel from FunLoom here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quad bracelet like this one. You're going to need either 3 or 5 colors depending. Today we're going to use red, white, and yellow. You need your clips, your loom with the U's facing up, and your hook. So we're going to start with our yellow. Put it on the first row, on the first and second peg. Take the next yellow on the second and third peg. And keep going all the way down like this. You want to make sure that you're pushing it far down because you're going to have a lot of bands on each peg. Then you're going to take your red ones, and go on your second row. Do the same thing like we did with the yellow. Now we're going back to the yellow to do the third row. And lastly, I'm going to use the red for the last row. So again, I decided to use only 2 colors, but you could have these all 4 different colors if you wanted to.
Wait, really?
Okay. Now you're going to take your white colored bands and you're going to skip over the first 3 pegs and go to the second 3 and make a triangle. And you want to do the same thing down the whole row for the first 3 rows. Keep making triangles. And then to get the last row on, you want to skip the last 3 and make another triangle going the other way. Now you're going to take your loom and flip it over. And you're going to need to use the hook. So we're going to go in the first white triangle and get the red band and put it over the second peg. And then you're going to go into the next triangle, get the second red band and put it on the third peg. You go into the next white triangle and get the third peg and put it on the fourth. And you want to just keep doing this all the way down. Move on to your second row. You have to go into both triangles to get all the way down to the yellow band and put it on the second peg. Same with the second yellow band. You have to go all the way down through both triangles and put it on the third. Then into the next 2 triangles and put it on the fourth. You want to do this all the way down. Okay, move on to your third row and do the same thing. Grab the red one, put it on the second peg. Go on to the next two triangles, grab the red from the bottom, put it on the next peg. And keep on going. And lastly, you want to do the same thing with the last peg. There's just one triangle to go in here to get the yellow band at the bottom. And just keep going all the way down till you get to the end of the row. Okay, now we're ready to take it off of the loom. So we're going to go into the first one, take it off, and then the second one, take that off, scooch it down a little, so there's room for all four. Got the third one on there. And last but not least, the fourth one. Okay. Scooch them down a little bit so there's room. You're not pulling the bands too tightly. And then you want to zigzag it all off. Carefully. Be sure to scooch it down a little in the middle. Have to go a little slowly since there's so many bands on here. So now you have this whole part of the bracelet done, and we're going to add a white band at the end of it and pull it through all the colors, all rows carefully. And then put it on the other side as well, so you just have one band connecting the whole thing, like this. Then, since this is not long enough, we're going to have to add a little bit of an extension. So, I'm going to put this down and take some white bands and flip my loom to the other side again. And just start anywhere along here, since I don't need to go all the way down to make it my size. You can go on any row and just put on a few extra, just doing the single pattern. That should probably be big enough. Then you're going to take the loom and flip it back again so the U's are facing down. And you're going to take this part of the bracelet. I find it easier to take it off the hook and put it on the very last peg where you have a white one on. And then you're going to go into those bands and grab the bottom white one and hook it over the next. And do the same thing all the way. So now this part's attached to it. And then you're going to take this part off. So go into the last two bands, grab them, and pop it off. Almost done. See how it's attached? And you're going to grab a clip and attach it to the last bands. Bring it around and attach it to the two bands over here. And there you have it. Looks just like the other one.